left on I-24 West I-59. Speed warning. In a quarter mile, keep a left on I-24 West I-59. Continue on this road for 11 miles.
Like I'm gonna be talking to the heavens. Okay. In the name of our ancestors,
Speed warning.
peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program. Known here on social media, wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty angel snake, tongue-tied. The mighty angel snub 7. I am also your soul brother, number 1. Okay. The topic that we've chosen for these few minutes is Negro can't tell me nothing. A Negro can't tell me nothing. I'm very sure you have used that sentence. You said it at some time in your life, maybe. If you haven't, I'm shocked. Negro can't tell me nothing. Not only a Negro, but people in general. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You know it all. I done my research. I got the information. I read many books. Nobody can't tell me nothing. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my cousin, not Mr. Smith from next door. I'm just the shizit. Can't tell me nothing. I want to say, contrary to popular belief, I'm guilty of the same thing. Yes, I is. Oh yeah, I know some of you might not believe it, but yeah, I'm guilty of the same thing.
Speed warning.
Matter of fact, in 2019, I'm guilty of the same thing. Maybe it's something about human nature. We don't want to be told nothing. Once you get a certain age, once you hit puberty, well, actually, even as a child, you don't want to do what your parents say, because they old. What do you know? Negro can't tell me nothing. I know it all. That's just something that's in us. And I will tell you this.
Speed warning.
In nature, if you are a cub or a fawn or any baby animal, and you have this attitude, you will pay for it with your life. Nobody can't tell you nothing. There's a reason your mama, there's a reason why your father, there's a reason why your elders is trying to tell you something, because they have lived and survived long enough to know what danger is. They made certain mistakes. They're trying to tell you something to help, so your life would be easier, so your life would be better than theirs. But you know it all. Negro can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Just earlier this year, as you can see, I'm driving a truck. And I have been driving truck since 1982. I had just turned 22 years old.
Speed warning.
Because I believe you cannot drive a commercial vehicle until you're 21. So I had to be 21 or going on 22.
Stay quarter ahead.
As soon as I turned 22, somewhere in there, I know I went to school to drive truck. So my mathematics is really, really bad. So I will leave it up to you to tell me how long that was. So I know about driving truck. I've been all over this country, California, New York, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Louisiana, wherever. A little bit of Canada, a little bit of Mexico. All over this place for years. Got a lot of experience. So just this year, I had two of my fellow drivers give me some advice. And one of them, well, actually both of these guys had less experience than me.
Speed warning.
And I don't know what it is about us, y'all. I'm looking at them. I got all this experience, and they might have just a quarter or less
Speed warning.
experience than me. They see me doing something, and they telling me another way of doing things. Listen, I want y'all to listen now. They're not trying to hurt me. They're not jealous of my experience. They're not trying to hurt me. They have some information which they believe I miss, okay? But me, this year, I'm looking at them. I've got the information. I've done my research. I got the experience, you know. That's me.
Crossing border.
I'm looking at them like they're out of their mind. You know, the same way a lot of these people look at me when I talk about the Mississippi campaign. We're going to bring this all together. So I'm listening to them.
In 2 miles, keep to the right on I-24 West.
And I am rejecting what they have to say. I'm rejecting it. Because I have the experience. I know more than they do. I'm better than them. I'm smarter. Now, this is what happened when they first approached me. But through the years, I know something about this. Like I told you, this is human nature or something. I don't know what it is. It's our ego. I don't know what it is. had to reach inside of myself and control that Negro inside of myself that makes me to become deaf when somebody is trying to give me something that is good for me. At least hear these men out. Oh man, you just don't know. It was a struggle. I was talking to myself because I know everything. I've done my research. I got the experience. I have the information. These guys can't tell me nothing. I've been driving trucks since 1982. What the hell is somebody fresh out of truck driving school gonna tell me? I'm the teacher. I'm the master teacher. I'm the one.
Half mile. Keep to the right on I-24 West.
I'm the man. You understand? Can't tell me nothing.
Dead.
What can your child in grade school teach me? I'm 50-some years old. What your child gonna teach me? I've been around a long time.
Keep to the right on I-24
See,
West.
we make a mistake. We make a mistake. Because, and the mistake that we make is nobody is above learning something new. Nobody.
Continue on this road for 118 miles.
Nobody knows it all. We make a big mistake thinking that we know it all. We got all the information. We got everything down pat. Nobody can tell us nothing. Like I told you, it's an ego thing. It's a vanity thing. So I'm not shocked if I send a letter with a DVD to the Nation of Islam, trying to speak with Minister Farrakhan and tell him about the Mississippi campaign. I'm not shocked that the letter probably threw it straight in the trash, you know, because I'm Minister Farrakhan. What the hell you gonna teach me? I got God on my side. I know it all. I got the information. I got the supreme wisdom. Throw that in the trash. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. That's how we are. And we make a mistake when we do that. Because nobody knows it all. Nobody is above learning.
Crossing border,
Even
entering Tennessee.
Even from the people that might not like you, they can teach you something. I remember when I was a child, and I came to school. Y'all, nasty.
Changing.
I was. This is the truth. My mother, it was not my mother's fault. My mother told me to iron my clothes. My mother told me to comb my hair, wash my face, all that kind of good stuff before going to school. For some reason, I refused to do that. I went into the bathroom, played in the water, pretend I'd done it, got past my mother, didn't iron my clothes or nothing, and I went to school. So once at school, I would never forget this. I would never forget this as long as I live. Now, I'm a nice person, and I was pretty cool with all my classmates. And one of my classmates, her name was, and maybe some of y'all, you might know the sister. I would like to talk to her again. Petra Butler. I'll never forget her name. And she looked at me while I was talking, running my mouth. And everybody started noticing she was staring at me. And so I'm having a good time. I'm in a good mood in class. And everybody started noticing that Petey, they used to call her Petey, that was short for Pietra. Why you keep staring at him like that? She said, you didn't wash your face this morning, did you? That's how she came out. She said, look at your clothes, how wrinkled. Y'all don't have an iron at home? Wow. Sister just busted me out. She busted me out. She said, look at your nappy ass hair. You didn't even try to comb your hair this morning, did you? She just busted a brother out. There's nothing I could say. There's nothing I could say. Because everything she said was true. The only thing I could do was just sit there and start crying. That's all I could do. It's my fault though. If I had ironed my clothes, washed my face, did everything I'm supposed to do, that would not have happened to me. Now, she's not my enemy. She was just a child. We were children, and, children don't think. She could have took me to the side and told me that, but, children. And she just busted me out. And people started feeling sad for me because she busted me out. Oh man, what? You didn't have to do that to him. He's a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. And Petra had no mercy. Petra said, yeah, but he looked disgusting. Wash your damn face. How can you come to school like that? You filthy and nasty. I'm like, oh God. Woo, man. See? Sometimes, now, like I said, she wasn't my enemy. We just children do dumb things like that. They don't take consideration of that. Children bust you out. You could be talking to a child and they could just be looking at you. Damn, your teeth yellow. Children just do stuff like that. It's children. Now, I could have took the attitude, like a lot of us do, and said, nigga can't tell me nothing. Negro can't tell me nothing. I could have been really angry at her for doing that. Busting me out. I could have been really, really angry. But for some reason, even as a child, I decided to take her advice. And I've never done that again. And she made me a better person. Yes, she did. You ain't never seen a more neater person, a more hygienic person in your life after she bust me out. Now, that's one thing. Now, you might talk about me about a whole lot of stuff, but that you're never going to talk about me again. I took her advice. So these gentlemen with less truck driving experience than me, like I told you, I'm guilty. Negro can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. But I had to shrug that off. Let me listen. Let me listen. I'm not talking about this old poor half-ass attempt at trying to listen to people when they present something to you. Listen to somebody when they trying to tell you something. Hey, what's up there, Brother Talib and Brother Chris? in the chat room. What's up, y'all? Listening. What's up, Facebook, YouTube? Hey. I'll listen to what you have to say. Don't be fake about it. Listen to people when they talking to your happy ass. If you don't want to listen, just don't listen. Well, I did listen to what you know you didn't. And we can tell when you don't listen to what somebody have to say by your actions and what you say. So I listen to these men with less experience than I have. And you want to know something? That was about a month or 2 months ago. Don't you know their advice actually helped me? I thank them for that. And I enjoyed the rewards because instead of staying stuck up, I listened to somebody. They were not trying to hurt me. They were not trying to prove to me that they were smarter. They just wanted to try to help me, give me some advice. And I took it, made me a better person. Yeah, my classmate, she made mockery of me or whatever. But what she done actually improved me. Just because somebody talk about you, it's according to where it's coming from. Well, even if it's coming from a bad place, listen to what they're telling you. Because there might be a grain of truth in it. And they can help you improve yourself. And you improve yourself, and you keep improving yourself to the point where people start telling you, you think you perfect, don't you? Because they want to talk about you. They want to make mockery of you. But every time somebody make mockery of you, you find the grain of truth that they're saying, and you work on yourself because nobody is perfect. And you work on yourself and improve yourself. It gets to the point where people start looking at you like, you think you perfect. Then they try to start making mockery of you that you think that you're perfect. I said, well, if you think I'm perfect, well, maybe you're the one with the problem because I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be perfect. But what I do and what I have done is that when certain imperfections, certain issues pop up, I try to work on myself and make myself better. Do you know why? Minister Farrakhan has not really been able to do nothing in 40 years. All kinds of help, all kinds of money. Do you know why the black conscious community, do you know why all these black, do you know why all these folks on YouTube that claim they're working in behalf of black folks, they're not getting nowhere? Because a Negro can't tell them nothing. They think they are already perfect. They think they already know it all. They think they already got it going on. And so where you see them in 2019, you saw them in 2008, in 1980, 1990, 2000, 2030, they'll be saying and they're gonna be doing the exact same thing that they're doing right now. 2030 is just 11 years or whatever away from now. I will guarantee you, if I'm alive, I'm gonna tell you, They doing the same exact damn thing they was doing in 2020. Having conferences, doing debates, making DVDs, doing YouTube videos, Facebook posts, that same exact damn thing because a Negro can't tell them nothing. And the reason why they are like that, yes sir, Robin, peace. And the reason why they're like that, because a Negro can't tell them nothing. Well, I listened to your Mississippi camp. You're a damn lie. That's why you keep saying the same thing over and over again. I make things very, very simple. A child can understand. You didn't listen to nothing. You are a liar. It is impossible for you to listen to that idea and come back to me with what you're talking about. It's impossible. So, you're stunted. You don't improve. I love my haters because my haters will show me my error. I want you to show me my error. I want you to show me where I'm wrong so I can work on it and straighten that up. I know you're doing it to hurt me, to make mockery, but you're doing me a favor. So you don't see these people improving at all, because they already know. Now, it's millions of soul brothers and sisters in this country. And only a few thousand have been able to listen to this idea called the Mississippi Campaign. Just a few thousand. And the few that have listened did not listen. They automatically began to attack it. It's a pipe dream. It's fake. It's a scam, which I don't know. They don't never bring no proof. But see, that goes back to jealousy and envy. It goes back to a nigga can't tell me nothing. It didn't come from Dr. Clark didn't say nothing about nothing like that. Dr. Ben didn't say nothing. How do you relate to Egypt with that? I don't see, do Jesus approve of this? I don't think Dr. King would approve of nothing like this. A Negro can't tell you nothing. So you're comfortable being a failure. You're comfortable with being a loser. You're comfortable accomplishing nothing. And that's what you see. You're comfortable with feeling good about having nothing. They are accomplishing nothing except the usual talk. Nothing of substance. Nothing at all. They're not improving at all. There is no success at all. Because a Negro can't tell you nothing. Everything that has been done, the marching, the protesting, the voting, everything that we're used to doing can go under one umbrella and work under one umbrella. But see, that's the thing about it. You don't want to unify. You say you love black, but you don't. This group of black folks you like, this group of black folks you don't like. Well, if you don't like Minister Farrakhan, there are strings attached to your brotherhood. There are strings attached to your unity. So y'all just keep going on and do what y'all do. And like I said, 2030, gonna be doing the same exact thing that you're doing right now. They doing the same stuff they was doing in 1980, 1990, 2000, 2005, 2010, 2019, the exact same stuff. And what was the result? Nothing. The Million Man March, Justice or Else, all these conferences, they just had a conference in Mississippi, the 3rd annual conference. They never tell you about what they accomplished because they have nothing to report. And they're not going to tell you about the money that they put in their personal pockets. Now, that's the only accomplishment they really like. And you don't care because you're comfortable. You have a pretty house. You got a nice car. You got your degrees on the wall. You got water coming into your house. You got a goldfish pond in the backyard. Oh, y'all just living the good life. But like they say, all good things come to an end. Your life comes to an end. All things come to an end. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You're looking at a time. I'm not a prophet. I'm not divine. But from what I see, your time is not going to be looking good. All these children you have, they're not going to have a good time like you. I really doubt it. It only takes the right thing to happen in the world, and you're going to see the real people come out, the real white man. You're going to see the real Caucasian people come out in the right situation. Right now, just like my brother, Prophet of Doom always say, right now, Caucasian people, the silent majority, the vast majority, they tolerate you and they can smile in your face because basically they live separate from you. They don't even, except on TV, they don't have to see a Negro. A lot of these Caucasian people. I know. I go to all white towns all the time. Ain't a Negro in sight. Even the dogs is white. Even the cats is white. Everything. They don't have to deal with Negroes at all. But when they get to the point where they start losing their jobs, water start getting low, food start getting low, resources starting to get low, you think that you have experienced racism. You think you know what racism, white supremacy is. No, you have not. You don't know what it is really. Especially the physical aspect. You have not experienced nothing like that. They tolerate your happy ass because they are comfortable. These immigrants tolerate you because they sucking your blood. But soon as everything get to the point where they cannot live comfortable, you gonna see how the black man and woman really is viewed in America. Oprah Winfrey,
Speed limit reduced to half.
Michael Jordan, Eddie Murphy, Will Smith, and all these Negroes gonna get the ultimate wake-up call. They're gonna find out real quick your money, your celebrity don't mean a damn thing. And your white friends that you thought was your friends, you're gonna find out what the real deal is. We live in La La Land. We're not looking at this from a realistic point of view. And if we don't pay for it, all those children, because y'all gotta screw, gotta do that.
Speed limit reduced to half.
Gotta make some babies, gotta have a family. Living with the races, you gotta have a family. I never understood that mentality. I really never.
Speed warning.
I never understood the mentality of slaves. You a slave, you somebody property, and you actually trying to have a family on your massa plantation. I never understood that. Next thing you know, massa sell you to another plantation, your children go to another plantation, and that's the end of your family. Y'all wasn't a family anyway. Guess what you was? You was property. You never was a family. It was an illusion. Person, another people that view you as property. Just like this truck. This truck is property. Your house and your car. That's the way they looked at us. Property. And you trying to have a family. And you're supposed to be a warrior. That's what I didn't understand about the Nation of Islam either. If America, the Nation of Islam teach America is falling. Well, if America is falling, why are you encouraging that the brothers get married and have these families? And you talking about having this, and the brothers supposed to be soldiers, and you might have to go to war at any time. If I have to go to war at any time and have to give my life, why am I making babies? Why am I trying to have a family? It don't make any sense. If America is falling, why are you trying to build something permanent in a nation you say is falling? The whole thing don't make, but you know, hey, can't tell a Negro nothing. So of course, you're gonna ignore the Mississippi campaign. You're gonna ignore the idea because a Negro can't tell you nothing. You're perfectly happy being a loser and you trust your enemy. You trust that you're gonna have a happy life like your grandmother and grandfather, which it wasn't happy. Many of them got lynched, as you know. Many of them was tar and feathered. Many of them suffered Jim Crow, and many of them are alive right now today. They would tell you how it was living in Jim Crow. Many of them would tell you they actually saw a brother and sister get lynched. So it wasn't grapes and wine and roses for them. But because of their struggle, because of what they went through, your happy ass get to live a more, you live more comfortable, and you take it for granted, and you trust these people, the same people. I don't give a damn if you pro-black or whatever. Y'all trusting. You trust the white man. You trust these races. That's why you act and behave the way you do. Because you can look at Angel Snub Number 7, you can look at another brother and sister. I don't need you. I don't need you. Negro can't tell me nothing. I got my own water. I got my own job. I'm doing my own thing. And you're going to have your own place in that mass grave. You're going to have your own place on that pole in front of that firing squad. Yeah, you will. I'm not a prophet. I'm not divine. I'm none of these things. I just don't see things beautiful like you do. I just don't. I spent 10 years in the crazy house. I know these people's mentality. These people are wicked. They're demonic. You just have no idea how evil these people are. Their mindset. I live with these people. I know what they're capable of doing. The only thing that's stopping them right now is this condition. That's the only thing that's stopping them. If you remove certain conditions, the real them is going to come out. You don't want to be under their control, under their domination when the real them come out. That's why I say you need a safe haven. You need a place where you can defend yourself and do for yourself, so you'll be able to have some kind of opportunity, some kind of chance to survive. But right now, you're just like that damn duck at the carnival. We can easily be picked off, one by one. If that's what you want, so be it. I do not trust these people. You're too trusting. And you trust people like Farrakhan and Tariq Nasheed and all these other people gonna save you. You don't have to do nothing. All these people just gonna come and they gonna save you. They're not doing a very good job of it. If the white man, if these folks told you right now, no more water, no more food, what your ass gonna do? If the Koreans said no more weed, hey, if the Koreans said no more weed, what you gonna do?
Speed warning.
It is not good to allow, it is not good to allow yourself to be dependent upon another person. Some of y'all are married. Some of y'all have been married for a long time. And I hope that your marriage is a beautiful marriage. Do not depend on your wife. Do not depend on your husband. Not because they're gonna cheat on you. Not because they're gonna leave you. Because they can die. So you have to have your house in order. So you can make it whether they are in the house with you or not. You can't let the wife do everything. You can't let the husband do everything. Everybody has to know everything that's going on in that house. Otherwise, then what happened? Back in the day, that's the way it was for a lot of women.
Right curve ahead.
They made women dependent upon men. And women still are dependent upon men. But back in the day, when women couldn't even own property, woman had to get married and she depended upon her husband for everything. So when her husband became corrupt, when her husband died because everything was dependent upon the husband, then she was in a messed up position. You don't want to be that way. Even your children. You need to set things up so if something to mama, something happened to father, those children will be taken care of. We make a mistake when we depend on somebody. And right now, we as a people, we depend on the peckerwood for everything. You can't even get a glass of water. Raise your hand. Those of you who can go out and get your own glass of water. Some of you don't even know where to go get a glass of water. Do you know where a pond is? Do you know where the river is? Do you know where a lake is? You don't even know how to go out and find no water. We should not be in a position. We should not be in a position where we can't produce nothing.
Speed warning.
There's a commercial for House on the Prairie. Some of you might be familiar with that little that television show. It was set in the 1800s, 1880. And the narrator says in the commercial, let's go back to a time when people were self-reliant. Prior to the 1900s, a lot of towns in America were self-reliant. They had their own water, they grew their own food, they produced everything for themselves, made their own clothes, everything. They were self-reliant. Now we are all living in a situation, unless you Amish, because the Amish people, they produce most of the stuff they need. They produce it on their own. They get their own water. They make their own clothes. They don't need your damn electricity and so forth. And people make mockery of them. Oh, I don't want to live like that. No, you want to live like a damn slave. You dependent upon your massa. You got to go out and work your ass off and then pay your massa to use his electricity and his gas and whatever. That's no way for you to live. That's why it's so easy to make slaves out of people. That's why it's so easy to control people. Anybody that can control your electricity, your utilities, your gas, your food, they control you. I don't give a damn how rich you are. I don't give a damn who you think you are. If they control your food and your water, they can control you. Simple as that. Care how much money you got in the bank, you cannot eat that money. Ask somebody in a situation, do $1 billion help you in the desert, in the middle of the damn desert? Ask them. How do $1 billion help you in the middle of the damn desert? If you can't find some water, if you can't find something to eat, you got $1 billion, and when they find your body, your $1 billion will be laying on top of you with your dried up ass skeleton. Simple as that. This situation that we're in Mississippi, listen, in Mississippi, you got an opportunity to have your own water, control the damn utilities. They said if the Negroes took over Mississippi, the white folks will leave. Good. Bye. Bye. I want them to leave. Now, take your talent, take your knowledge, learn how to control those nuclear plants, learn how to get the water yourself. Farming, do your own food. Do your own thing. Grow your trees, Build your own houses. Whatever, be happy with what you can produce. Stop wanting things that you cannot produce. Be content with what you can produce. Well, I would like a banana. I can't produce a banana, but I can live without bananas. See, right now, America, not only soul brothers and sisters, Americans are very, very spoiled. Americans are spoiled to death. You used to having everything. You're not used to doing without. But all good things come to an end. I would advise us, even ants get prepared for the bad times. If you have good times, there's gonna be bad times. We've had some close calls, but we have not seen the bad times. What you gonna do if it don't rain for days and days and days? This country has not suffered a major drought in a little while. What's gonna happen when that big earthquake happens? I'm not just talking about us. Y'all made a lot of babies you need to take care of. You're not thinking about them. You got them just as comfortable as you are. And they are making their babies as comfortable. It can't last, good times can't last forever. I know you think it can, but it's impossible. It's impossible. Like I told you, I'm not divine. I'm not your savior. I'm not a hero. I'm not a messiah. I just been dealing with this stuff for a long time. I don't see this. I just don't see things. This is very good. I just don't see a happy ending. You need to protect yourself. You don't want to unite. You want to play these silly Negro